sound like hell for many Americans who can't find full-time work. Taking temporary jobs without the benefits is the only thing they can find. To Craig Smith on why this trend is so alarming. Craig, what's causing this? Let's put it that way.
Well, Eric, I think it's a combination of things, and I'm sure a lot of it is Obamacare. But I'm terribly alarmed by it because I don't think the American people have thought through the ramifications of taking a fundamental restructuring of our workforce. I mean, Eric, for years, our workforce has always been full-time workers, an occasional temporary worker. Now, all of a sudden, temporary workers are going to start becoming like full-time workers. And as you said, you know, no benefits, no vacations, no nest egg, no 401k to contribute to. What happens when they get to the retirement years and they're going to have to live off Social Security and they have no nest egg?
I'm not sure, Craig, but let me ask you this, though. They're doing it because it makes business sense, right?
Sure, absolutely.
And don't we want businesses to make business sense?
Indeed, we do. Okay, but think about it, Eric. A lot of this temporary work has come as a direct result of trying to get the hours down to take care of the Obamacare mandates. And here's the point. Think about it. We do want the economy to recover. We do want these businesses to do well. So let's look at it this way. You take a temporary worker who says he's working two or three jobs, and he tries to get a mortgage to buy a house. Bank going to make him that mortgage? No, they're going to look for a full-time worker. A guy wants to go buy a new car. They going to look at a part-time worker for that or a temporary worker? No. That's what gets an economy going. That's what allows that company to make more money, hire more full-time people. This Obamacare train wreck is causing a lot of this, Eric. And that's why the fellas at the Fed may be delighted, because think about it. Nobody's going to ask for a wage when you know the guy next to you is temporary, could be thrown out tomorrow, and you could be the next on the chopping block. I'm all for companies maximizing every penny that they can for corporations. You know me, I'm a born-again capitalist, Eric.
Me too.
But at the but at the same token, think about the morale. Think about the lack of home and family that you feel when you're a temporary worker. And I think it's going to affect the output. I think it's going to affect the quality of the work.
Well, Craig, you know what? If it does, you're touching on something, though. If it does, if the morale starts to drop and if it affects the quality of the widgets we're producing, my hunch is that they'll put these people back on long term. In the interim, though, if people are getting laid off or working fewer hours because of Obamacare, that's how political change happens. People say, you know what, it didn't work. I didn't like them. I don't like the Democrats for pushing that. And look, it affects me. It doesn't affect the guy down the street anymore. It affects me. And then you elicit change in politics.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the exciting part. I guarantee you, we will look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when we analyze this, that Obamacare had more unintended consequences that hurt this American economy than any other legislation that we've ever passed. And Eric, I'm telling you this right now. We need to see people buying homes. We need to see people buying automobiles. You don't get that with temporary workers. I understand it completely from an employer standpoint.
You might, at some point, these banks who have a lot of money sitting around, they're making a lot of money, they have a lot of money to loan, they may start to ease their loaning their loan parameters that they need to make loans, and maybe the temporary worker can start to get a home. Craig, I'm going to have to leave it there. I want to say thank you very much. So what happens when